What's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's central bank has lowered its forecast for 2023 GDP growth by almost half a percentage point to 2.53%. The revised forecast shows that weakening global economy and persistent geopolitical tensions are expected to continue to hurt the export-oriented economy. Stash Baller has more details.
Taiwan's economy is slowing down. After the boom year of 2021, when a thriving tech sector pushed growth to more than 6%, the central bank has now lowered its expectations for this year and next. In September, the bank predicted Taiwan's economy would grow by just over 3.5% this year and 2.9% in 2023. Now, it's slashed both those forecasts to just over 2.9% this year and about 2.5% the next. The bank also expects inflation on the price of everyday goods to slow down next year, so it's announced only a small rise to interest rates.
That
should mean less of a squeeze on economic growth. But the smaller interest rate hike also means less of a push to stop inflation from driving up prices for consumers here. And those price rises have wiped out any potential gains from higher salaries. Accounting for inflation, official statistics show wages have actually slightly shrunk.
真的差很多，没有办法。
不管是在大致去连锁餐厅吃饭，或者是小致去菜市场买个东西，那东西一定是会有差别的。
明年预计还更差嘞。
Overall, Taiwan is in far better shape than in places like Europe, where many countries expect their economies to shrink. But lower growth forecasts and ongoing price rises mean many Taiwanese are looking at their personal finances and feeling less than optimistic. Karma Xu and Stash Butler for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan says a decision on whether to restore ferry services between its outlying islands in China will be made within the next month. Ferries between China and the islands of Jinmen and Mazu have been suspended for more than 2 years due to the pandemic. On Thursday, Taiwan's National Security Council Secretary General Wellington Gu told a legislative hearing that decision will come before Lunar New Year's Day on January 21st. Residents of the islands that are closer to China than Taiwan proper have pushed for travel links to be reopened, but Taiwan authorities have said an abrupt reopening could lead to large-scale COVID outbreaks. Taiwan's President Tsai has met with the chair of the Japan-Taiwan Exchange Association in Taipei. The association is Japan's de facto embassy in Taiwan, and Mitsuo Ohashi has been chair since 2011. President Tsai thanked him for his contributions to deepening Taiwan-Japan ties. In response, Ohashi says peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait is very important to the security of Japan and the world. Tsai also expressed her gratitude for Tokyo's support for Taiwan on the international stage.
在这里，我要感谢日本政府多次在各个国际场域支持台湾的国际参与，以及强调台海和平的重要性。未来，台湾将持续争取参与国际组织以及加入 CPTPP 等区域经贸合作机制，希望日本能够持续的支持台湾，一起促进区域的和平繁荣发展。
Meanwhile, the Japanese government is expected to include a section about security in the Taiwan Strait in an upcoming national defense report. Japan's National Security Strategy Report is due to be released later on Friday. The document could include Tokyo's refusal to tolerate any unilateral actions by countries that threaten the status quo of the Asia-Pacific region. This potentially tougher stance by Japan comes as China steps up its military provocations of Taiwan and its claims against the island nation's sovereignty. The report could also outline Japan's efforts to become more involved in the quadrilateral security dialogue. This unofficial group is composed of Australia, India, Japan, and the U.S. and aims to tackle China's growing regional assertiveness. The United States plans to send its officials to Taiwan on a 2-year program starting next autumn. The U.S. currently sends government employees to Taiwan for just months at a time. But under the Taiwan Fellowship Act, successful applicants will be able to spend 1 year learning Mandarin and other subjects in Taiwan. They can then spend an additional year working with the Taiwanese government agency or parliamentary office. The program sponsors say it is designed to strengthen the relationship between the two countries. The Taiwan Fellowship Act is included in the United States National Defense Authorization Act, which was approved by the Senate on Thursday. Taiwan's government has approved extending a program which gives subsidies to people who purchase electric scooters. The program gives at least 5,000 NT dollars, or around $160 to those who want to buy an electric scooter. This program will run until 2026 and is part of the country's efforts to achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2050. The number of electric scooters being used in Taiwan has risen from around 100,000 to well over 500,000 since the program began 5 years ago. A coal-fired power plant in Yilan County aims to switch the majority of its electricity generation to natural gas to comply with national emissions reduction goals. But is the move too little too late? Sully Jensen investigates.
This is Mai Liao coal power plant in Taiwan's central Yilan County. Around it live many terns. Their lakeshore nesting grounds are highly sensitive to environmental disruption. Taiwan's Environmental Protection Commission requested an impact assessment this week on plans to replace Mai Liao's existing coal-fired units with liquid natural gas, or LNG. The proposal could disrupt the tern's delicate breeding and migratory patterns.
整个煤转气的部分哈，那我们第一阶段就是锁定所谓的麦寮电厂要优先转型成天然气哈，那这次也顺利通过哈，那未来我们会持续来做一个关注。那针对整个施工的期程当中是会造成一些公安的一个情况，或者是未来管线的布设，我们都会特别的关注。
Under the new plans, natural gas power generation would be increased to 50%, while coal-fired power generation would be reduced to 30%. Taiwan's Ministry of Economic Affairs believes that converting coal to gas-fired units will help the country reach its goal of net zero carbon emissions by 2050. They say it would also reduce air pollution by 30 to 60%. The work would take 5 years to complete. But natural gas is a fossil fuel, and some argue that using it as a bridge fuel to a low-carbon economy is misplaced.
In the short term, this generator can help us to phase out all of the coal generation before around year 2035 to 2040. But after that, we are coming to phase out the gas after year 2040. So I think that will be a challenging part if we pass this project in this full scale. I will say I will not against this the coal to gas direction in the short term, but I will say the scale of this project need to be think about, need to be discussed again.
我们认为说，就是当然，天然气它相对于燃煤是它的排放跟空污的排放，就是无论是在碳或是空污都是相对比较少。对，但是它毕竟还是火力发电，那还是会造成不少的排放。对，那所以其实终极的目标还是希望说再生能源的比例可以大幅的提高。对，所以绿色和平这边还是希望说未来台湾的发展啊，无论是在单一的案场或者是整体的发展上，都是以就是100%绿电为目标。
The environmental impact assessment at Mai Liao may save these migratory terns for now. But Taiwan's decision to replace one fossil fuel with another may just end up kicking the can of fossil fuel-induced climate change a little farther down the road. Rick Yi and Sally Jensen for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of Christmas markets in Lebanon. I'm Ethan. Take care and see you next time.